Yeah, there's the Tom. Look, I'm doing some hydraulics. The Lehman conversion. Here's the ones I picked up. And I found the Indian shop absolutely fantastic. He asked all the right questions. There's extensions on the one. I said no idea. And I said, just give me some. He said, you've got it. So, job done. And he did them to the right lengths, but maybe a little bit longer. But the quality of the hoses, I mean, there's the old hose here. And you can put your thumb on it. This is hydraulic, 2,500 pound, and it's very flexible. You can see it there. And why have I got oil? But I'll do a double check. I ran the engine. And I've got this sloped right over so I can see everything because we had a leak here. And so I've replaced the long. It's the out from the filter. And this is where they leak. Because at these points here there's O-rings or a seal. And like this one you'd say, yeah, that's why they say change them every couple of years. So yeah. Did this one because I wanted to do a dry run, because the one I'm doing is over here and that extension, and so you come on over and yeah, way down here. So when you work on the raw water pump, it's on, there's the batteries, there's the tank. We're talking like 10, 25, 30, barely 30 inches, not even. So whatever you do, you've got to lean over. This will show you. I'll give you the whole 9 yards. I built these. I haven't said anything about these. This is a 6-litre wooden 10mm or 8mm ply box with baffles in it, and it's open to either end. And the air comes through here, but there's actually a 3-inch steel, so this is a cover, and if anything happens to that just restricts. But inside here you can see what I've written, 57mm, so there's a choke inside the casting. I'm not sure, it's to stop the thing going ballistic if it starts revving up and won't stop. So yeah, it's just over 2¼ inches. So yep. So anyway, that works. Silences, you can actually talk. So I've got to come over here. There we go. So the batteries are now in the front, and this is the oil storage, as you can see. So here, let's have a look at what we're actually doing. And I've got the new hose on here. There's the filter adapter, which is all Lehman. Normally the filter goes on the side right here and runs horizontal, as in the truck. So American Diesel have put this adapter in and have gone to forward 3/4. It was a bigger filter, but these 3/4 is a great size, because there's European VW, for example. These are VW filters, 35 pound. So yeah, I've extended this. You can see, otherwise the hose ran into this casting here, and now I've got clearance, and it was so easy to redo up. And all I've got to do is put that one in there, this one there, and we're done. I'm going to leave this one. I can do it another time. As you can see, I've got the coolers disconnected. This is under 1,000 revs. I'm running 77 degrees, and the oil could run hotter. But under load, yeah, it's not too bad. Might see 80. But anyway, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, I'll tidy everything up when I'm finished. So to get the hoses off the adapter, I screwed the adapter here. It had the hoses sticking up here, then it went bang and hit me in the snoz. But these are the specs of how we run it. There's 120 horsepower, 2,500 RPM, and 250 foot-pounds, 252 foot-pounds torque, 77 at 1,600. So yeah, I tried it the other day on one engine, and I'm not sure exactly what RPM we were doing, but anyway, it was tapped right out. We're doing 6.2 knots, and these props, I suppose you can't say anything. It should, theoretically, I checked with Vic Prop, we should have been doing 6.7 with 27-inch props. So yeah, I'm running 24s by 20s. So it just goes to show, but it was pretty rough. I haven't really didn't come down to actually check the engine RPM or the prop RPM. So I'm happy with that. This thing's an old motor. The fact that it might make anywhere near 250 foot-pounds of torque at 1,600 or 1,300 RPM, got to be pleased with that. I've yet to do the timing on this. I know where the timing is. I found it on this engine. Sorry about swooping around like that. But the timing is under the flywheel there. And I backed this one off 3.5 degrees crankshaft. And it just made a huge amount of difference to the sound and the way the engine idled and blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. And this is my preferred engine. It wasn't, because it was a bit clattery. And now it's as smooth as silk. And the oil pressure was always down on this engine because I think it's had a bit of an event at some stage in its life in 45 years. And it just, they're equal with the 5W40, this stuff. Okay. So, yeah, long life, GM long life as well. VW, it's a BMW that I look at when I check these things. There they go, BMW LL. All right. Yeah, it's going on 7 o'clock. It's nearly tea time. I'll get a video done. And yeah, and I've set this up as well. Put a relay here, and I've got ground switching up at the dash. Didn't take me long to run the cable through. Just took me forever to get the dash done. Make sure everything was right there. And on the other side, because we had so much trouble, I think I was getting hit by a lot of radar. I was getting sparks to my fingers off ground, 12-volt ground, and negative 24. Crazy. But at the same time, I've got a 60 amp 24 volt system, which I never like because I like to go 12-12 on a 24 system. So it was a good excuse to get rid of it. And inverters, what they can do, they can excite themselves through the capacitors, especially being hit by radar. But what was happening was I was running along with everything running as per normal, and the voltmeter would just go over 32 volts. Well, normally you'd freak out at that, but come down and nothing was gassing off or whatever. It might have been, but nothing was going tragic. The alternator is running 55 degrees, which it normally does. So like it was running 32 volts, it'd be probably running 70 or trying to melt itself. So anyway, what I did was I put a switch in here, just a 10 amp switch, because the rotor only takes 1 amp is 33. So it's only just needs enough to cut the ignition on start, and it'll rely on solar. I clicked in the solar and I put in this light bulb here instead of a fuse. It's only a 2.5 amp system. It's a 40 watt bulb. So yeah, that makes it safe. So yeah, I've been tidying up. Yeah, that alternator's been great. So anyway, with that off, it just sits on the so I've got, I don't know if you can see it there, 2 and they're going, but I've got them on inverters, so I can turn the solar off, and of course that's a pulse solar BMW, and my problem was that I was getting pulsing, so I didn't know if it was high frequency pulsing from the inverter self-exciting, because the technology in that thing is close to a welder, and maybe the solar system. So I got to put a switch on the panels to turn the solar system off, and then I put that there just to stop any feedback or whatever. And if the feedback there is, it's 2 amps, so some kind of resistor there, probably about 3 on. So yeah, that's about it. Let's stop. Oh God, 10 minutes. All right, that's it.